Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. First for the Raptors, Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. And at the 5, the 5th overall pick in the 2011 draft, a fleet-footed 6'11" big man out of Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Johnson in at the 4. And for the Heat, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4 slot.
You know, it wasn't a surprise that the Raptors struggled on the road. Most young teams do. They were 13-28 as a visiting team. They did end the year looking a lot more dangerous on the road than they started, though.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. Now, here's Chalmers. LeBron kicks to Chalmers. Haslam. LeBron outside. Heat moving the ball around. Wade outside. Puts up a 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Well, Clark, you were talking about the Raptors' struggles on the road. They didn't have the best road record at the end of the season, as you said, but Steve, they did show some bite with their play.
You know, one of the interesting stats from the Raptors last year is they actually scored more points on the road than they did at home, and that rarely happens in the NBA. But I think the big thing with Toronto, their defense has to improve more than anything else.
Well, you know, the rumors started early last season, and they never went away. Eventually, it all came to a head when Rudy Gay was traded to the Raptors, ending his tenure with the Grizzlies in what was an interesting move, to say the least.
Now here's Gay after LeBron James's miss. Some solid defense from Haslam.
Now, he was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Back to Wade. The 9-foot shot. Bosh high post. And the pass to Chalmers. He dishes it to Wade. Shot clock at 6. Drills the three-pointer. Wade's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And for Rudy Gay and Toronto, not a team that's been as competitive as the Grizzlies, but possibly a better fit, perhaps, for his talents.
I think maybe because they run an up-tempo, kind of spread-the-floor type of offense, and a team that didn't really have a dominant interior score anyway. So Gay is going to be relied on heavily by Toronto, and he's going to have to play to live up to that big contract.
More freedom to operate, perhaps, too.
I think so.
Now, here is Lowry. Here's the 3. Another miss by Gay.
Well, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide-open opportunities.
Off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. From beyond the arc, and again, Miami with the triple.
You know, he head coach Eric Spoelstra worked his way up from the very bottom in that organization. I mean, he got his start as a video coordinator, and through years of hard work and dedication, has really become an outstanding coach.
Now you threaten the defense inside and then find the open man on the outside. Good offense.
Back to Bosh. Pass to Chalmers. Dishes to Wade. Shoots it up. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. That's now 8 points for Dwayne Wade. And back to Coach Eric Spoelstra as a guy who got his start as a video coordinator, picking the game apart. Steve, he's very comfortable with the new advanced stat movement, analytics in the NBA.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to speak with him quite a bit. He says that the way they use advanced stats is just as a conversation piece in the coaching room. Their analytics department will bring them various information, and it will force them to ask questions, which is very healthy for a coaching staff to do.
Well, really the heart and soul of this Miami team in a lot of ways, Udonis Haslam. Born and raised in Miami. He's played his entire decade-long career with the Heat, and just a tough, hard-working guy and a locker room leader.
And back to Haslam. He helped lift the Florida Gators program back to prominence, took them all the way to the NCAA championship game, playing at center of all positions.
But was really heavy back then at Florida, and he had to lose a lot of weight before he was ready to play in the NBA. Went to Europe to play first. He's been the heart and soul of the Heat organization ever since. Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. LeBron passes it to Bosch. Back to LeBron. Wade, right side. From downtown. A rebound by Johnson.
While not as dominant on defense as they were a year before, the Heat still were tough at that end of the court. The thing is, you could see them turn it on and turn it off when they needed to defensively, so they always managed to get the key stop when they needed it.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. I caught up with head coach Dwayne Casey. We talked about their defensive game plan, and he said, for Dwayne Wade, you've got to make him a jump shooter and not fight for his pump fakes. When you do that, it's a foul or he's going to go right by you for the dunk. Kevin, Wade known for that deadly shot fake. We'll see if they can stay disciplined.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Now, here's Wade. After the miss from Johnson. Wade, good. And when you're coming off a title like the Heat are, there is a natural tendency to cruise. But, Clark, you said this, and Steve, I'm sure you want to comment on it. They can turn it up in a hurry.
Well, there's just so much athleticism on this team that if they want to press you in the half court, they usually can force turnovers, and if not, they can also sit back and play a more straight-up defensive style and be very effective that way as well.
And Lowry gets it to go. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
A lot of people picked the Heat to run away with the East last year, and they were right on target. They were just so far and away better than any other team in the East that you just didn't see them losing much during the course of the season.
And the Raptors making a change here. Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Hansbrough comes in for Amir Johnson. Landry Fields checking in for Rudy Gay. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Fields. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
Here's Anderson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Anderson's got his first points of the game. Well, as you said, the Heat clinched the East pretty early and were able to rest up a lot of their players down the stretch. Steve, never easy to win when everyone expects you to win games, but the Heat didn't seem fazed by the pressure at all.
Well, this is a championship team, and I think once you win that first title, you get a different level of confidence, and that showed last season as Miami rolled to their second title in a row.
Here is Hansbrough after the made shot from Anderson. He was all alone on that one.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep LeBron, the shot is off.
Right from the start, they've been aggressive on the glass. Most of the rebounds seem to be going their way.
And, Steve, I think they are ready for the fight today.
It's stolen by Allen. And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
And the points they're getting in the lane will really help them open up the floor.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up. You know, when Terrence Ross was drafted 8th overall, a lot of people were kind of scratching their heads as to why the Raptors would take him at that position. Some debate and uncertainty still resides there in the minds of some, but it's not quite as questioned because he's shown that he's got the tools to be a great wing player down the road.
And the rebound goes to Anderson. Miami's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And finished off by LeBron.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. I mean, that was a very late reaction from the defense there.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession. Well, even though Terrence Ross didn't get the most playing time in his rookie season, he got enough on a consistent basis to flash what he was capable of with the Toronto Raptors last year.
Now, really, as a rookie, all you want is a chance to show what you can do on the court. And I thought Ross did that. Made some highlight reel plays with his athleticism. Can really run and get up and dunk. And he's got a nice three-point stroke as well.
Gets the bucket. Ross has got 4 this quarter. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Allen dishes to LeBron. And again, Miami with the triple.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, LeBron James, a career 33% shooter from long range, had never shot over 36% from long range until last year, when he shot over 40% from deep. He said over the summer working out, he'd punish himself for missed threes by running wind sprints. And with the Heat, he challenged Ray Allen to three-point contest, with the loser doing push-ups. James said he lost more than he won, but as much as he needs to lose, that competition drove him to improve. Kevin?
You know, you hear it all the time, Doris, lead by example. He's a hard act to follow with his workout.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
The Heat making a switch here. Bosch is checked in.
Well, no team likes to have their first-round pick belong to another team. It gets worse when you're a lottery team yourself and you're trying to build your talent base up. But the Raptors' number 12 pick in this summer's draft went to one of the elite teams in Oklahoma City.
Augustine with it. Now guarded by Cole. Hansborough, that's good. The Heat leading by 3. Well, Clark, as you said, the Thunder got the Raptors' first selection this last year. Only the way the Raptors would have been able to hang on to it was, Steve, if they jumped up to the top 3 in the lottery.
And as bad as it might seem for the Raptors to have not had a first, I mean, and it is bad. It was as good as any other time for them to not have a first-round pick because the draft wasn't deep. And the Raptors have a lot of young talent already and that they can make improvement with.
Knocked away. Augustine with the steal. Here's Ross. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, and neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Hansbrook. Gay comes in for Landry Fields. And it's DeRozan in for Terrence Ross.
Well, coming off a title last year, you always wonder if a team will maybe relax a little bit. They usually won't admit to it, but Chris Bosh readily said it at times that his team had a difficult time lighting that fire again.
Chalmers passed away. Expanding his range, and that one's good. Wade's got 14.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building is drawn from one way to the other.
Let me go back to what Bosh said. I think that is true for every team, Clark, that comes off a championship, but they usually don't admit it like Bosh did.
Well, you know what? Once you've won it all, there is a bit of a relief and a little malaise that may settle over you, but I've always respected Bosh's pen. He's a guy who doesn't bite his tongue, and he articulates what he feels, and I think it's impressive that they fought back to the finals once more because that shows they eventually did recapture that fire.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
For Toronto, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. And it's Lowry penetrating. DeRozan against Wade. Baseline try. Again, Toronto.
A big part of this run here has been their ability to hit from mid-range, guys. I mean, that's unique.
Yeah, some players and teams even shy away from that mid-range jumper, but this team seems to have it dialed in from that range.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Bosh with it. Now Valanciunas defending. That's Bosh. That time on the assist by Wade. 6 points for Chris Bosh.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Gay kicks to Love. We've got 33 seconds left here in the second. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Just 5 to shoot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Dwayne Wade. The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Free throw drops for Lowry. And he makes both free throws. There's 25 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. For the 3, and that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 4 assists in the game. Back to Gay. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, 2 good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
Puts up a prayer. Can't get it to go. And we're through 2 here and a good one. It's the Raptors.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Thursday night.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
You know, the Raptors really struggled against the rest of the conference last year, only going 22 and 30. That certainly doesn't put any fear in the opponents. They're looking to improve on that this season.
And that is good. The Heat trail by 3. Pass to Bosh. Unloads from 9. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. Well, back to the Raptors. I would expect them to end up with a better win total against the East this year, as they have seemed to, Steve, found a bit of their identity at the end of the season.
Well, they made some dramatic changes in the middle of the year, trading for Rudy Gay, and I think ultimately it might be for the best, you know, as they seem to play with more bite as the season went on. They had more edge, a little more talent, so now they have to put it all together. And he's the type of player who, you know, when he gets it going, it is almost impossible to cool down. Coaches will call a timeout sometimes just to take away some of the momentum that he provides for that club.
And I know nothing fires him up more than a huge jam right in the face of an opponent. I mean, those facials get him going. Don't discount how that can deflate the defender and the other team, too.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Guys, as you know, the Miami Heat try to keep the plays they run as simple as they can and rely on their talent and teamwork to win them games. But playing like that can present its own kind of problems. Coach Foster said, quote, "The challenge is not getting bored with simplicity." Simple is what works, though, as evidenced by their back-to-back titles, guys.
Well, Doris, sometimes it makes sense to keep it simple. Thanks.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the 3-point shot here.
Lazy perimeter defense, but you got to take the shooter's airspace away from him.
Lowry kicks to Gay. Will not go. This was off the front iron.
Hey, last season, Chalmers missed a game-winning shot. That happens to a lot of guys in this league, but what he did the next game is of note. He made 10 threes, and arguably his best game ever, as he set a Miami Heat team record for makes beyond the arc.
And they're running. That's tipped. Gay dishes to DeRozan. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. The Heat making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Here's DeRozan. 8 points for him. Shoots from 12. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Pure hustle on that play, and that's what it takes on the offensive boards. It's not about ability as much as it is desire.
And that Clark in some muscle. And he showed us he's got plenty of that with the huge dunk.
Well, in a tight game, I mean, they could use a few more of those hustle plays going forward if they're going to win.
And Mario Chalmers grew up in Alaska. Not too many NBA players hailing from up there, taken with the 34th pick back in 08.
He's played his entire career with the Heat, and really it was a perfect situation for him when LeBron arrived, because he's a kind of a combo guard. He plays the point, but he's an excellent spot-up shooter. So he can play off of LeBron and Wade quite well.
Lowry drives in. The 8-footer. Nice jump shot. Good. And it's a 4-point Raptor lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
Also, the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
Out to DeRozan. Makes it off the glass. DeRozan's got 10 points in the game.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until they prove they can stop them, I mean, they ought to continue to pound it in low.
Aaron Gray has checked in for Amir Johnson.
A lot of people thought the East would be a cakewalk for Miami last year, but Indiana made sure that wasn't going to be the case. What a series with the Pacers using their size and strength to pound Miami down low. And eventually, the Heat were able to pull it out, but boy, was that a tough series.
The Heat trail by 3. Inside, here's LeBron. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Dropped that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
Lowry passes to Gay. Rim is shaken.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Wade, good. And just to touch back on the Eastern Conference Finals and to a Game 7 where Miami ran away with the game. But, you know, Clark, if it weren't for the heroics of LeBron earlier in the series, it could have been the Pacers that took on San Antonio in the finals.
You know, I was thinking a little bit about 2 former ABA teams meeting in the NBA Finals, but the Heat managed to steal Game 1, and I thought that proved to be the difference in the end. That was a game the Pacers had and didn't squeeze. But the way these two teams are constructed, they should be seeing a lot more of each other in the near future. And I think that's great for the league, because whenever they meet up in the regular season or the playoffs, it's always been a battle the last couple of years.
Nice rivalry developing between those two.
You're right. A good one brewing there.
So, timeout called here. The first for Toronto. The Raptors making a switch here. The drive by Lowry. Now here's DeRozan. Not a lot of room. Back to Lowry. He feeds it to Gay. And it's Miami with the rebound. Haslam's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The Heat leading by 3. Battier outside. There's the dish to Wade. And the Heat, another 3.
Great outside shooting fueling this one.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow them down.
Back to Gay. Off the run. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 14 points for Rudy Gay.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, you know, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
And it's Cole missing and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
LeBron, he's checked in for Miami. That's Miami's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Good on the shot.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Gay can't hit.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
So he gets them both. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the third. And Cole kicks to Wade. And another basket for Miami.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Johnson right side. Broke loose. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points, I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Now the feed to Augustine. Stolen by Wade. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. LeBron kicks to Wade.
And Kevin, he's really solidified his role as the closer on this team. You know, Miami struggled to figure out whether they go to LeBron or Bosh or Wade at first. I think Wade has become the guy.
Well, I tell you what, it's nice to have two guys that are capable of closing, Steve. And I agree with you, though. His aggressiveness and confidence probably give him a slight edge in closing over LeBron. You can play great defense on him, but he still typically finds a way to get the shot he wants.
Battier kicks to Cole. Wade dishes to LeBron. Out to Wade. From deep. And that one's good. Wade's got 38 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Gay with it. He's picked up by LeBron. LeBron against Gay. 6 on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. The Raptors making a switch here. The Heat leading by 14. Wade outside. He kicks it to Haslam. Fires the 3. They get it back. Second chance shot. And the layup is good.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
And the Raptors with the ball. Outside Lowry. DeRozan. Wade is covering. There's the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. LeBron leading the charge. And the shot is good. Wade's got 40 points.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him. And he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Ball's not loose. Lowry drives in. Kicks it to DeRozan. Clock at 6. Raptors need to get a shot up. Shot to end this cold run. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, after the Rudy Gay trade sent Jose Calderon, Kyle Lowry said that now the Raptors were his team. And while that might be debatable, he's clearly got the talent to run a team at the point guard position.
Norris Cole, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And good on the basket. Hook it. And that's 18 points for LeBron.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Gets it to go. 16 points for Rudy Gay. And back to Kyle Lowry, a good passer, also an amazing rebounder for a 6-foot-tall guard.
He's physical, doesn't mind throwing his weight around. He's confident. You can see how aggressive he is offensively, always looking to draw contact and get to the free throw line.
Here's Bosh. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Heat lead by 18. Toronto, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And DeRozan kicks to Lowry. He passes it to Gay. Back to Lowry. Shoots the three. And it's Haslam with the rebound. Haslam's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
The shot's good from LeBron.
Impressive play there. They have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
It's stolen by Haslam. In transition, here comes Miami.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
DeRozan with it. Feeds to Lowry. Gay outside. They set the pick. Gay gets a screen from Valanciunas. Looking to end the run. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Bosch kicks to Haslam. And taken away by Johnson. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance. Tips it. Allen with the rebound. Miami leading by 23. LeBron with it. Gay picks him up defensively. Now the pass to Haslam. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, part of being a championship team is having the talent first and foremost, but then managing the minutes of that talent. The Heat, I thought, did a nice job monitoring the minutes of the big three throughout the season and playoffs last year.
Aaron Gray, he's checked in for the Raptors. Landry Fields comes in for Rudy Gay. Ross passes to Augustine. Ross. The baseline jam. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. As you said, Clark, the big three in their prime, but really, you want them to just get their work in during the season, not exhaust themselves before they make it to the playoffs.
I thought, Kevin, along those lines, I thought by the end of last season, Miami was exhausted. And once you try to win a 3rd title in a row, the emotional fatigue and exhaustion really becomes a factor. So this is going to be interesting to watch all year.
Allen outside. He dishes it to Cole. Pass to Anderson. Good ball movement here by Miami. And Cole kicks to Allen. Cole, the pass to Anderson. And he jams it with authority.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Toronto shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Augustine with it. Now guarded by Cole. And Augustine kicks to Ross. Landry Fields on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And he can't get the first one. And the Raptors making a change here. And he can't hit the second. Here's Cole off the mark. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade.